guys. I'm waiting on everybody to show up. My work husband mad at me, y'all. My work husband is mad at me, but it's all right. Y'all join the chat. Get on the chat. We'll start in a little bit. Do I have to sing to you, Drip?
What?
Do I have to sing?
Sing that.
Chair, still a chair.
It's been a while, though.
No one sitting there.
It's been.
But a chair is not. What he say? Our house is not a home if there's no one there. Drip. Still in love. Drip, come back. See, look at Kim want us back. Everybody want us back. If you're joining the chat, oh no, I'm trying to sing his heart back. He's upset that the cable guy was there. Graham tripping right now. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, I was like, who is that?
Right, I'm like, I'm not eating nothing.
Yeah. I'm like, Matt's not here.
Welcome everybody to another week of All Elite with Kicks. I am back with my work husband. I don't care what he says in
X.
He is my work husband. If we just going through times, I'm not signing the papers.
I'm just here to pick up my things and get out.
No, he's not. We're gonna work this out. We're here to talk about last week of Dynamite, Rampage, and also a little bit about other belts. Work husband, how was your week?
In general? I was going to say, you got to be more specific, but I think it was a low-key week for AEW in general. I mean, this is the first time you and I are recording in over a month now. And a lot's kind of happened since Forbidden Door. And I will say it hasn't kind of been the greatest time period, with the exception of Jon Moxley's been on a roll. And we'll get to that a little bit later with Rampage. But, last week's Dynamite kicked off with Orange Cassidy and Jay Lethal, which was, again, another Orange Cassidy classic.
Yeah.
Him constantly putting on bangers, which he has done pretty much the last few weeks since he got back from the injury.
Yeah.
Almost 2 months. I mean, obviously him and Will Ospreay, him and Ethan Page had a good match right after. And him and Wardlow. I think that was one of Wardlow's best matches. And then him and Jay Lethal, say what you want about Jay Lethal as a character or a person at times, but he can wrestle at the end of the day. And they told a good story of like working the leg, and Orange Cassidy is a little bit more serious now as a technician in his matches. He'll still do like the comedy spots, but he's trying to win now.
Yeah, I do agree with you, work husband. Orange Cassidy is very serious now. He's been serious in my eyes. It's just like you said, the comedic gimmicks that he does in certain spots is still, there. Orange Cassidy is one of the ones he can win, he can lose. He's still over regardless. So he's one of those ones that he don't really have to be a champion. It'll be cool though, but he doesn't have to be champion to be solidified.
I've been listening to the show. I haven't been on it. Shouts to Backstage Brawl. Shouts out to Blue Mixed Tag Show. Shout to Banks. And you've kind of made that argument of people not needing titles or wins necessarily to stay over. And that's kind of the case. But that's also WWE logic at times where, Kevin Owens can continue to lose or not be champion because he'll still be over. But at times, I think it's the thing that we'll see with Ricky Starks now coming up. These guys and women too, because we'll get that a little bit later. We'll need titles at certain points to kind of be validated or redeemed in a way, because that's the whole thing now with Wardlow is he's on this run, so you don't see him losing the title anytime soon. But they created these trios titles and kind of hinted at the best friends being in contention for that, which makes sense. And the thing that followed this match was kind of another build for the trios titles,
right? Well, they did reveal the belts, like we said. last week. They did reveal the belts. They've been had the belts made. They just waiting on, Kenny to come back because of course Kenny gonna be in it.
I don't think so. Who's he gonna team with?
The Elite, duh.
What did we see right after? What's the next segment? What's next?
I mean, they can easily just still kind of kick Adam Page off.
No, because that's the story they want to tell.
That's true too, but it's still a continuation with Kenny Omega and Adam Cole. So
yes and no.
They can still kind of make a way for it unless they add a fourth party or unless they make it like Adam Page is like, we can still be the elite, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's plenty of ways they can do it.
Well, obviously, so let's get into it. The part that set this whole who will be the ones joining the Bucks is that the Undisputed Elite return, finally, thankfully. Adam Cole, Bebe, Kyle O'Reilly, and my dad's brother, Bobby Fish. Legit, Bobby Fish is, I think, only a year younger than my dad. My dad
Bobby
could go
Fish
as Bobby.
65 years old.
My dad could go as Bobby Fish for Halloween if he wanted. They kind of look similar at times. And the Young Bucks returned, and Adam Cole, cut the whole promo where the trios titles are coming up. He's still injured. Kyle O'Reilly's still injured. So, and the Young Bucks don't want to team with 85-year-old Bobby Fish.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of you rushed the betrayal, but we all knew it was coming based off the last, 3 months of Adam Cole, Jay White, the Red Dragon, and the Bucks going at it and then working together. And like I said, it's a reminder that Kenny Omega will be coming back, but the real story they want to tell is Hangman Page and the Bucks reuniting, And I think they're obviously the team that's going to win the trios titles. I mean, they'll probably beat Best Friends in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Omega will probably return sometime after that, and the story in there is still Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. Kenny Omega, Adam Cole is something that will go down the line because Kenny Omega will want revenge for betraying the Bucks, but Hangman Page is the one who sent Kenny Omega into this hiatus, obviously.
The rumor is Kenny might be returning by All Out. That's the rumor because and I say that because Triple Mania's press of AAA press of Triple Mania that comes out in October. Psycho Clown did say that either Kenny Omega or Rey Fenix is facing Vikingo for the championship. So I don't know. He might be coming back sooner.
You can't throw him into the fire right away with Vikingo. You can't do that to this guy who just missed almost a year.
Yeah.
And expect him to pick it up again with someone of Vikingo's caliber, especially I think he was facing Vikingo on that run where it was he was already
he was supposed to, and it didn't happen.
Oh, it didn't happen because I said he was defending that mega championship while he was deteriorating bit by bit, match after match, where his health meter was going all the way down, and he was still trying to have these matches. But I mean, unless that's the way it's worked for his deal is still supposed to have this match. But Hangman Page came down, and again, what a interesting pair of pants.
Adam Page can wear what he wants.
No,
he looks so good. He got bigger too.
But he came down, he helped the Bucks, and again, it's this is a story, and this is, I think, what that side of the AEW creative team wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Tony Khan side is something different. I think the committee that was the Elite of Hangman Page, Cody, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega want to tell these, intimate stories of relationships, friendships, rivals turn friends, and then friends turn rivals. And this is kind of what that is. Obviously, Hangman Page was a drunk that they didn't trust. And they said he would be the future of the business and all that. And he defeated Kenny Omega, and they were kind of reluctant to still be an asshole towards him after that. And you kind of seen, with the Dark Orders trying to be hey, what you're trying to do with me, basically. No, it's all good over here. It's all good. That's you and me. is the Dark Order and Hangman Page. Like, no, it's still good. But meanwhile, they're like the Young Bucks, like, hey, Adam, there are some longing looks. It's very soap opera, romantic comedy, like two lovers.
It's like General Hospital. Oh my god!
It's not that as much, but it's very like I've thought about you every day. It's very notebookish, to be honest. It's very
Both making short. Oh wow! I don't blame that
kid.
Poor kid.
Because the betrayal was like, it was just so like. If someone had to like wrap it up already, that's basically what it was. Because like Adam Cole,
no, it was not.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Because Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly can't really move right now because they're at they're restricted, and Bobby Fish can't move because he's again 200 years old. So like them betraying the Bucks, like the beatdown was bad, and for that kid to cry, I mean,
he was feeling it drip. He's only like 6 years old, so that hurted his soul. Poor little kid. I'll be doing okay.
Where were they at again last week?
I forgot. They were somewhere.
They were in Michigan.
It wasn't Dallas.
No, I mean I know where they'll be this week, but no, they were in Michigan for they were in Michigan for Rampage and Battle of the Belts, but I can't remember where they were last Wednesday. But no, I mean
that kid was 6 years old. He was upset. I was.
But you said that was you when Chris Jericho lost, right? The Undisputed titles, and how old were you then?
Listen, I don't want to talk about that day. That day was devastating. I was like, I had to be like, when was that? That was 2001. No, that was 2002, right?
2002, yeah.
Yeah, 2002. So I was 8.
See, so you're on the same age. The closest I came to crying like that in wrestling, but I didn't, was a New Year's Revolution, 2006. John Cena just won the Elimination Chamber after starting the match, and then Edge came down to cash in, and I looked at my dad, and I was like,
I know you was devastated.
I'm like, but that can't be. Basically, I was a month away from turning 11.
Listen, y'all. I would talk so much mess in school when Chris Jericho was the undisputed champion. I had the Jerichoholic shirt and everything. I was talking so much mess, and everybody was like, he gonna lose to Triple H. Triple H bad. Triple H win all the belts. No, he ain't, because he can't wrestle, blah, 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 blah. Man, I heard that 1, 2, 3 pin. I was crying my eyes. I didn't even want to go to school. But I got in trouble because I cussed at everybody.
But no, I mean, like I said, I think the finals is going to be probably best friends, and then I guess they're calling themselves the Hung Bucks again, because I think that's what they called themselves before when it was Hangman Page and the Young Bucks.
Yeah, the Hung Bucks.
Because I don't think Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, I mean, all that's not that far away from now, but I don't think they'll be clear in time to be Undisputed Elite as a trio. They'll probably be like the first team to face after the trios champions are crowned. But they got to start filling out this tournament, because we got Death Triangle, we got House of Black.
Best friends. Shoot, they might do something with shoot, I can't even think. There's so many they could do or mash up with, or some reunions. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's get to the next one, because we have some things to cover. So let's get on to the next subject, y'all.
All men should stay out of women business, because that's women business.
Yeah, it is women business. Happened next. It was Thunderstorm versus Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. Thunder Rosa did better this week than she did last week. She didn't wrestle with a chip on her shoulder this time. Her spots was not questionable, so I'm pretty sure she was mentally on board this time. We've been talking about it, that like Banks said last week, that business aspect of wrestling, you could tell, is getting to her. So because she's just used to I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna wrestle, cut a few promos here and there, but as far as like being the face of a division, I'm pretty sure it is very it's a lot on you. It's a lot that can be on you. But this week she did amazing. She did good. She was better, and I could tell she was mentally better. Jamie Hayter, I can't wait till she break from the Britt Baker.
I was just about to say we'll have to save that for a little bit later when we get to Battle of the Belts. But
Okay.
the one thing we didn't, because we didn't recap Forbidden Door after we did all the build up for it, but I was disappointed because it was obviously too soon. But when Tony Storm didn't walk out as champ, because to me that was the obvious move. Because see, I was never in on Thunder Rosa, and I still wasn't, with the exception of she gave Jade Cargill her best match, and that was when they faced each other in the TBS title tournament.
Yeah.
But like the whole Britt Baker feud, both times when it was just a blood feud, and then when it's for the title, I didn't really care, and that's because also Britt Baker was involved. But we've seen Thunder Rosa since, like in Wrestle Logan, like you said, with this chip on her shoulder, and she's kind of been dealt a bad hand by the booking and just kind of fan reaction in general. But like you said, sometimes her style in ring is very hit or miss. Obviously, she's had some bad opponents like Marina Shafir, but I mean, like you said, her and Serena Deeb was a great match, but that's also Serena Deeb. Like, so
yeah,
she's been put in a tough spot to be like, is she as good as we think she is? Is she? Because I think Tony Storm is the one who really should be.
No,
I think she'll have the best match with everyone.
This is the thing with Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa is one, because I've been following Thunder Rosa for a long time. The thing with Thunder Rosa is I feel like if she trusts her opponent enough, like the match she has with Nyla Rose, Serena Deeb, Jamie Hayter, like you could tell that she is comfortable with that opponent because that opponent has experience and she can trust it. Prior to people that she has to, like you said, with Jay Cargill, like certain wrestlers that she has to do the most work with, she has trouble with it because some people are not good at putting other people over. Thunder Rosa is one of those. It's a lot of women wrestlers that have expressed it before. Mickey Jane has before as well, have said that they don't mind doing those type of matches, but it can damage you too because it makes it look like that you're, like you said, a hit and miss. She's not a hit and miss because I've seen her before plenty of times in person. I think what it really is it's certain people. Like, I'm pretty sure she didn't mind going in the ring with old girl. What's her name?
Marina Shafir.
Yeah. It's just that she doesn't have too much experience, so it's I can't do nothing with this person. I think it's one of those mentalities that she has. Like, it's I'm gonna give an example. It's the same mentality that Fabi Apache has if you follow Impact at the time when she had the feud with Tessa, Fabi, you could tell that she was just like, I'm trying to, but at the same time, she's just not doing it for me. But I'm gonna still do the match, and I think that's what Thunder Rosa does. Is like, I'm gonna still do the match, but I can only do what I can. I'm not good at helping. Like Serena Deeb, like Serena Deeb is good at doing that. Like, you're not good at this, so we're gonna do this. You're not good at this, so we're gonna do this. And Thunder Rosa is kind of not a teacher. She's more of a let's go out here and do it. So that kind of makes her not a good quote unquote champion to people, but she is a good champion. She's doing the best that she can with a division that is slowly getting to where they need to go, the potential that they need to be. And they have gotten a lot better. They're still working on it. But also, I also want to say this because most of the complaints that I have seen of Thunder Rosa is kind of not fair too. Some people, y'all still kind of want WWE women's division in every single division, and that's not fair because not everybody, even their division, is still a hit and miss as well. Not all of the women's division are on point. It's still a lot of hit and misses in everybody. But the most common things that I have seen as far as the judgment on Thunder Rosa is that she, certain things that people want her to be, that's Becky Lynch, bro. Like you can't not want what you see in another promotion in this promotion, because how that gonna be an alternative if you want the same thing from this person, Thunder Rosa is a in-ring person. She's not a promo, quote unquote. She's not a entertainer. I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna wrestle. If you want to wrestle, I'm gonna come out here and want to wrestle. I think her preference is wanting to wrestle somebody with experience. I want to wrestle somebody that knows what they're doing. I don't want to wrestle nobody that is new or don't know what they're doing. I'm not a teacher, and some people need to admit that they're not a teacher, and I think she's one of those. Like, I'm not a teacher, but I'm gonna still wrestle. And it's some men that's like that. It's some men wrestlers.
Yeah, no, say that, and that's, I think that very like elitist mindset is like why I had the hatred I did without knowing it at the time until I got smart up about Triple H with the whole like, I don't care about making guys look good. I care about making myself look good, and I'm not willing to help someone go over. I'm going to make myself look good in the match and all that. And if that person happens to look good as well, then I'll take the credit for them looking impressive. But it's just that thing now where, like you said, it's nothing against her because she's just wrestling her style. But like I said, I think Toni Storm would have been the right choice because I think Toni Storm, it comes from that WWE and Japan style where like I can make myself and the person I'm facing look good. And I think the only other person probably that could do that is, again, another former WWE person in Athena. But one of the AEW homegrown women is probably Chris Statlander that can also be doing that in the future of I'll look good, the opponent will look good. Because remember, her and Layla Hirsch had that good match at, was it the Double or Nothing pre-show?
Yeah.
And I think that's something that, and Jamie Hayter, 2 times in a week has kind of shown that, and we'll get to that for Battle of the Belts. It's, if they do a fatal 4-way for All Out, which I think is probably the move to make with these 4 women, then Jamie Hayter's, I think, the one that should walk out because she's basically Wardlow in terms of like she's as hot as she is right now, and the crowd's behind her, and she's done the work to get to this point, and she'll have a breakup type feud with Britt Baker that was similar to MJF to go forward with the title. So, I mean, we'll get into that a little bit later, but I mean, like this is also a good tag match, though. I mean, this is, I think, also
it was a very good tag match.
The best that Britt Baker has looked, which is saying something.
Right. Because Toni Storm is good at doing that. Toni Storm was good at elevating Thunder Rosa. I mean, not elevating, but I'm sorry, Britt Baker. Making Britt Baker look good. Britt Baker does improve as far as her in-ring work, even though I'm not too much of a fan. But I have no issues with giving, kudos because she did improve a lot in the ring. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat while my ex, as he say, work husband. Yeah, I am. Like Thunder Rosa is not a bad wrestler and she's not a bad champ. It's just that she has a lot of pressure on her. You got to elevate the women's champion division, but at the same time, trying to elevate certain stars. I'm pretty sure it's hard. If anybody had that type of pressure on them, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't, And I'll use another example. Y'all see this shit that happened to Liv Morgan? It's the same thing. Like, it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you give people... And also, a lot of y'all wanted Thunder Rosa to be champion, and y'all have her. So to see people saying it's the booking, no, because she faced some great opponents. She faced some great opponents in the pay-per-views and also singles. She's faced some great opponents. The only one was the Marina Shafir. That's the only one that was like not necessary. But she's had great opponents. It's just that I don't think she's a teacher, and I don't think she wants to be a teacher. She just wants to wrestle because you can only teach so much. You know what I'm saying? Some people just don't have the patience to teach, and I understand it. So she's probably one of those. Like, okay, if you don't get it the first time, you just don't get it the first time. I'll just do it. That's probably what she's like. Like, it happens. You have, like I said, you have dudes that do that, and that's just what that is. Fans are very fickle.
So I'm running interference for a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Fans are fickle. Fans is on some nut shit.
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa be going crazy.
Right. That's all she just wanted. If you look at Thunder, she just wanted, I don't feel like teaching these folks. Okay.
That's it. I came
That's
in to
all it
clock
is. I don't
in.
feel like teaching it.
She just want to do her job, get her check.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
I'm out. She's just like y'all kind of like, look, I went to wrestling school and all of that. If they want to learn how to do that, they should have did that. That's what Thunder Rosa is. If that's what they wanted to do, they should have did they should have did the same way I did. I shouldn't have to teach this. I shouldn't have to do all of that. And she doesn't want to, and that's just what that is. It's no hard feelings. That's why she said what she said about, certain women wrestlers in the division. Like, I don't got time for that. Like, if they need to get better, they need to get better on their own. But I shouldn't have to do this.
She's like, we all grown here, right? We all grown here, right?
Exactly what she on too.
What you talking about? I'm not here to hold nobody's hand or nothing like that.
That's exactly what she on. That's what she on. I feel
Salute to Thunder Rosa, man. Y'all gotta stop playing with her.
Stop playing with her. That's what she already said. What she said about Jay Cargill? I mean, if that's what if she want to wrestle me, she can wrestle.
If she would like to, right? If she would like to wrestle me, I have no problem with that. She just better come with that shit.
That's what she said. She told us, I'm not with the whole personals. I'm here to wrestle. If that's what she wants to do, then that's what she want to do. I'm not with the talking.
Yeah. The way.
So when I heard that, I already knew what that meant.
The way she said that, you knew she was serious too. You was like, I ain't all that stuff that she be doing with the Twitter and the fingers and all of that. Nah, let's talk in the ring and let's make some magic. You feel me?
Y'all better stop playing with Texas women. I'm telling you.
That part.
Stop playing with us. But I guess we'll go to the next subject, Graham. What's the next one?
We go to the next. Yeah, I mean, it's the big homie Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs. I
don't even remember who he fought. I ain't gonna hold you, Keeks.
He fought an indie wrestler. People on the timeline knew who he was, so shout out to Dude.
Okay.
Of course, he lost, and then Ricky Starks came out, and Ricky Starks got his ass beat by Hobbs. So that's gonna be a good little feud. Even though I'm still kind of not over it, but still, we've been saying we wanted them to be single stars, so here we are.
They're gonna give it to us. You feel me?
They're gonna give it to us. So I support them.
And you know what though? The fact that you just said I'm kind of not over it means that it's working. You feel me? So salute to them on that and just keep it rolling. You feel me? Yeah. Okay, Ken is right. Hobbs got the Cody entrance. They gave him the thing. You know what I'm saying? The little elevator, the little cage that went up. And it's like red too. It's red too.
What you say? They gave him a song too that's supposed to.
Oh no. I said so they gave him the Cody entrance. You feel me? That's hard. But then they changed his music. It would have been a perfect opportunity to use the joint me and Reg did for the AEW album, but y'all want to go with some salute to Mikey Ruckus, you know what I'm saying? But like guitars and shit, you know what I'm saying? Get that nigga a beat, give him a slap, make that, you know what I'm saying? Like make something happen. Like give us the energy. Like I don't want to hear synthesizers and high. I don't want to hear that. I don't need that. You feel me? Give me an 808, give me a hi-hat, give me a drum, give me a bass line, you know what I'm saying? And have him come out there and beat people up like he been doing.
They gave him Limp Bizkit.
I did it all for the nookie. Hold on. We in the comment. What's happening? No. Hey, Keeks, let me go ISO real quick. Anyway, so my number is 70. I'm just we can make that work.
What she do on that TikTok?
Yo, I'm for sure finna clip that. But no, the Hobbs and Ricky Starks program, that's gonna be dope when they really get into it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when they're gonna do the match. Maybe at like
what's your number?
Graham. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, guys.
Y'all like break it down, roll it up. You feel me? Smoke the gram. You feel me? You might need a couple of them. You know what I'm talking about?
These for Sunday.
Cool.
She said, "Let me get these real quick."
Why is it a delay?
Right.
I'm sorry.
Next.
Damn, we just trying to support y'all.
I know.
Hazel, go.
This is sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, everybody in the chat. I'm sorry. Everybody in the chat.
Babe, give me your number after the.
I am weak. Easy call.
I can see with these.
Easy call.
Y'all. I'm sorry.
All right. So that was Hobbs doing his thing, right? Y'all, you ready to take it to the next jump?
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Let's talk about a real vet. Let's talk about a real vet, Keeks.
A real vet.
A real vet. You know
Shout out to the peepers.
Yes,
Peepers. Peepers.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. His gear go good with the colors here. You know what I'm saying? All that, the stage presence. They must have knew. They must have knew. You feel me? They knew. They know. It's good, TK.
Christian took what MJF said personally. You know what I mean? Like, he took it personally. Like, he like, you know what?
Right.
Here and go. All right, bet.
Bet that.
I'm gonna show you who needed who. All right.
Talk to him.
If you an edge head up in here, I don't care. I don't care.
Peepers gang.
Peepers gang.
Peepers gang.
I have a hand. What we do? What we do? Okay, never mind. How we thought? Oh,
you feel me? Yeah, what's happening? I see that out there. You know what I'm saying? So why he do Matt Hardy like that? He put mans in the dirt. I look, Matt Hardy, he old, bro. Matt Hardy old, Keeks.
Oh, Matt Hardy came out like this, bro. I'm like, yeah, it's time to wrap it up. Like,
you
know how them bad back old folks walk? He was struggling walking out. I'm like,
excuse me, young blood.
It's time to wrap it up, bro. Time to wrap it up, bro. Yeah. We love you, bro, but it's time to wrap it up.
But he keep doing stuff like this.
His body again to drive Christian through the table. No, the table is.
Christian, like, excuse me, brother. Let me just get out your way. Pardon me.
You want to take what spot? Oh, okay. I'm not doing that shit. All right.
Right.
We pushing 50, bro. Why we doing this?
Right. That's funny.
I love Cornette. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Time to log out.
Yeah, yeah, that's a real bad. Joe Boy came out and his shirt said, "Give Christian some pussy" or something like that.
I think it says Christian is a pussy.
Oh, I thought it said "give him some." Okay.
Nah, he just wanted to let it be known Christian is a pussy. He is.
Said give him some.
He might need to get him some too. The way he was talking, like you broke as hell. Your wife trying to divorce you because you ain't got no chicken. I'm like, listen, don't
Christian.
do
What's up, Christian? That's all I gotta say. Then we can move on to the next one. Not too much on the old people. The dumpster match. The Acclaimed versus the Ass Boys. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love the Acclaim. I just didn't care for this match. I do love the Acclaim though. I just didn't care for this match. So.
Keeks, what I've been saying. You don't believe what I was saying?
I don't believe it. You know why I don't believe it? Because nobody cares about the Ass Boys no more.
That's what I'm saying though. That's exactly what I'm saying. They're trying to make people care about them by putting them with the Acclaimed. Like I don't care about them. I know the audience don't care about them. They get no reaction like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just feel like they're trying to feed off of the energy that the Acclaim gets from the crowd. It's like, okay, maybe we could transfer some of this to these guys because otherwise they have no charisma.
The audience said the jig is up.
For sure. I'm with them. You know what I'm saying? Good riddance.
So we're playing with a different rival now because nobody cares too much about the Ass Boys.
Scissor me, daddy.
You listen because I know you do. Stop putting the Acclaim with the ass boys. Nobody cared about them.
Ass boys.
I like the song though. Where the ass? Oh, that's not their thing. See, they should have used what Hanson gave them.
They basically did the same thing that they did when the New Age Outlaws fought Terry Funk and Mick Foley. It's the same match. You know what I'm saying? They ended the same way. Put them in the, you know what I mean? Push them off the, you know what I'm saying? So it was a cool little homage and a callback. You know what I'm saying? Long-term booking. They don't like that.
Don't start that shit on here.
That's what it was.
I forgot about that match. They did have a match like that. Oh, yeah. See, if we would have cared about the ass boys, that would have been a whole. Oh my god! But it wasn't. So moving forward, to the next one. That was the dumpster match.
Jared Goat
versus Yuta. Did y'all see my Jared Goat? He still got it, and then y'all stop making him stop making people put the knees up with the line saw. I want to see him fully do it. He can still do it. Yeah, he can still do it.
I ain't seen him do it in a minute, but now that he done dropped a couple pounds, he can for sure get that rotation on there, no problem. He was doing it with the pounds. All right, maybe the execution will look a little bit better.
Y'all lucky that I got complaints because people was like, stop making him your wrestler of the week. Okay. You know, whatever.
It's the Jared Goat, Vaughn.
It's the Jared Goat. It won't be it this week. It'll be again.
Right. No, we know he coming back. Vaughn said Jared who?
Vaughn.
Yeah, you feel me? I just
the Keekers Club.
You feel me? You can't. Right. Don't do that. Hey, Vaughn, keep playing. Keeks gonna fold him up like this.
You said leave that up. Look at his head. Look at.
No. When he had put it on him at first, right? And then Yuta got out, and then he was like, "Oh, okay, cool. You think you smart? You think you cool? All that Blackpool Combat Club, they teaching you all these little tricks and stuff. All right, cool. Bet that. I'm gonna put the lion tamer on you again. Now I'm gonna kick and stomp your head while I'm put." I was like, "Yo, he's not getting out of this one. I'm sorry, Yuta. Thanks for coming."
Put that knee on his head like he was nothing. I ain't gonna. I almost said something about it.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Tomorrow is 23 years since Jericho's WWF debut.
Yes, it is. Listen, that's still the hardest debut of all time. I don't care what nobody say. The man interrupted The Rock at his prime. Like, that's still great.
He did do that.
And got a pop. So that was still great. I stopped watching WCW when he went over. That's the reason why I stopped watching.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, let me get up out of here. I'm going with my butt."
Between them, when them and Eddie Guerrero and them went, I'm like, you know what? Ain't no point. I was watching for the cruiserweight division. I'm like, most of the cruiserweight division went to WWF, so ain't no point of me still watching.
Hey, my boy, Super Crazy. My dog, El Dandy.
Yeah, they all like, I'm chill. When I seen them in the audience at that Monday Night Raw, I was like, oh yeah. There's no point of me watching this anymore.
We already know what's up.
Watching for is gone.
Like, ain't nobody worried about no Nitro. We ain't finna watch no Thunder. We'll give it about 28 years. You feel me? And we'll watch Thunder Rosa.
I ain't said it was him. I did not say it. It was him, Graham. It was Graham. It wasn't me.
What did I do?
We gonna get on to the next one.
Rampage. Mox fought what's brother name? Mance Warner.
Y'all were arguing about this dude on a Sunday.
On a Sunday afternoon. I was like, yo, y'all don't chill. This is ridiculous.
Wrestle Weekly, this is all your fault because y'all posted the damn video. So Wrestle Weekly, it's all y'all fault because y'all posted the musty dude saying that he was upset that he had to do homework on this guy. listen, y'all. If y'all know y'all not gonna follow these people in the indies, don't fake care about it. Cause y'all asking who this is, like y'all about to follow him. If y'all know y'all not about to follow him, though, who cares? Cause y'all thought he was gonna win. He wasn't gonna win.
He's not on the indies no more. He signed to AEW.
Oh, that's my first me hearing that. I ain't hear that.
Right. Yeah, they signed him. That's why I was
I didn't
like,
see no graphic. He didn't get the graphic.
he ain't get no graphic. It ain't official yet.
I ain't see no graphic.
So I get it, Keeks. TK got him on the AEW Dark deal, the tiered where it's like, okay, I'll pay you per appearance until, you know what I'm saying. If they start cheering for you, if you go crazy, you put in a couple. You feel me? 3.5 star. You feel me? 4-star borderline. You know what I'm saying? We might be able to do something. You know.
I respect it.
I respect it too.
That's like what Regal said. He said, "Ain't you still getting paid from doing Dark, right?
Right.
That's all you should worry about.
You get paid, right? Okay.
You get paid more than what you do doing these indie wrestling. Oh, okay.
William Regal said, is the checks clearing or not? Because that's all we need to know. Are the checks clearing?
And they said the checks is clearing. Oh,
okay, cool. That's all we need to know.
Like you literally, you making NXT paychecks for a day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all better stop. Y'all better listen. Y'all better stop clowning these YouTube. If you an indie wrestler, shit, you better get on Dark. Get that money, because these promoters ain't paying folks from today. Niggas owing people 4K and shit.
All of that. I seen old girl in Impact talking about I can't get this or afford this. I was like, yo,
wrestlers, bro. Like Scott need to be bullied too. Scott ain't paying his wrestlers. People owing people 4K and all this other stuff. Y'all crazy. Y'all better aim to get on Dark. Y'all better aim to get Sean attention.
Right.
Listen, y'all better aim to get Sean attention. Shoot.
You better go holler at the captain.
Y'all better go holler at her so y'all can get on Battle Slam. So y'all can get on Dark one of these days. Shoot, get on Big Pro. Shout out to Susan. Who what's the hell name wrong? Delete that. Make sure you do not put that on.
Hit Club Pro. Yeah. Salute to Suzette. Y'all going crazy.
Shout out to her. Y'all better hit up these black folks that's paying on time.
Right. If you want your chicken.
These black promoters that's paying on time. Black promoters that's paying on time. Now, if you in Texas, New Texas Pro pay on time. WrestleQueerdom, we pay on time as well. But yeah, y'all better. Black promoters are playing on time. That's all I'm saying.
Would you look at that?
Dark and Elevation is paying on time. That's all I gotta say. So
the checks is clearing. I don't think
William
anything else matters.
You want that check, don't you? Oh, okay. You got a family to feed, right? Oh, there's nothing wrong with YouTube. Okay.
He said, "Oh, you trying to put food on the table? Oh, you want your lights to be on? You know what I'm saying? You come in, you hit the light switch. You won't let there be light, right? Okay, cool. Get out there and work Dark Elevation. Let Tony Schiavone and Big Joe call your match."
Exactly. Y'all better stop clowning the YouTube. Nigga, they getting paid more than MLW people get paid. So y'all better do.
Right. Emphasis on the on time.
On time. Like,
yeah.
I know people make fun of Tony Khan, but he can pay you on time.
Hey, listen, I wouldn't be out here making all types of nice comments and things about people when they owe me 4 bands. We not doing that. I don't know nothing nice about you until I get my chicken, until I get my check. Sorry.
Listen, Graham, I would be on somebody's news if somebody owe me 4K and they ain't pay me. I'm telling you right now, I do not see how y'all do it. I would have took a flight. You gonna have to see me. I'm telling you, 4,000, that's a lot of money. We in an inflation. You crazy.
That's a lot of money.
Listen,
I can tell you, what's the word I was thinking of? It left me that fast. Damn it. You were saying promoters?
Listen, if you're a promoter and you're listening to this show, if you know you don't have the funds, don't do the event. Please stop doing clout for fans. Everybody are fans, okay? Don't pressure yourself doing stuff that you ain't got no money for. If you a sponsorship, make sure people are paying people with what you. I'm gonna tell you like this: the two promoters that I've always sent money to, they make sure that people get paid because they know not to play with me like that. Y'all gotta make sure folks ain't playing with you. They know not to play with me. They scared of me. I don't care. Pay these people on time. We are in inflation. We dealing, you know what I'm saying? The times expenses is higher now.
It's up.
It's up. Pay these people on time. If you know you ain't got the money, stop doing wrestling events.
Oh,
if you ain't got the money, do not do wrestling events. Hold it off till you got it. I promise you, the world gonna still spin. It's spinning faster anyway.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Mama Keeks just stepped in the building, everybody. Say hey to my mama. Y'all already know
Y'all
this.
don't got the money. Don't be doing wrestling events.
You heard them.
Yeah, right.
Mama, we need your advice. Mama, so how about
Talk to him.
How about somebody did a wrestling event and didn't pay the wrestlers and owe a wrestler $4,000? What would you do? If you was a wrestler and a promoter owe you $4,000, what would you do?
I'm turning shit up.
Exactly.
I'm tearing shit up. Oh God. Like I'm saying, bro, I'm not finna be saying nice things about you and hoping that you feel me. Oh, she's a great person. He's a great person. This is just a bump in the road.
Can't be if you ain't paying nobody. You can't be a good person if you're doing that.
Right. Mama Keeks. Chat going up for Mama Keeks. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Big action.
Big facts.
Right.
Stop doing events if you ain't got no money. I'm telling you, man, because I don't play about my money. And I know plenty of people don't play about their money. It's some people, some of y'all are playing about y'all money. Y'all need to stop playing about y'all money.
And playing about your money.
I don't know if these promoters got dirt on y'all or something, but y'all taking it too lightly for me. I don't like it.
No,
but I guess we'll move on. Next subject.
We can move on. To somebody that I think deserves a little bit of chicken. Somebody that I think deserves a deal. Takeshita. Salute my guy. He been tearing shit up since he got here.
The Cinnabon King.
Yeah.
That is the Cinnabon. Listen, he's been one of my favorites this year.
I'm not gonna hold. I feel like his hair has gotten hella long, dumbass fast.
There's some Cinnabons.
Right. When he came in, he was like this. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga like down the back with it, shoulder, you feel me? He up here, man, bunning all types of shit. I'm like, okay. That's
that
for sure.
He's enjoying America since he's been here. He's been enjoying himself. And I'm glad that we're making him feel welcome. Yes. Despite America not being the best country ever, but they done a good job making him feel welcome, and there's no complaints and nothing like that. He's been enjoying Cinnabon. Cinnabon, you need to make him your official
sponsor, ambassador, something.
I need to do something because he's been at y'all every day since he's been there.
Every day.
Every single day since he's been in America. He always at Cinnabon.
And then, like, if he missed the Cinnabon one day, he'll tweet him and be like, I miss you.
Right.
And Cinnabon to tweet back, can't wait to see you again. I'm like, yo, I fucks with it. I like it.
I do too. I fucks with him. Cinnabon King. That's why I call him. Y'all need to give him a joint merch with Cinnabon and him. That would be so cool.
That'd be fire.
Him licking or kissing Cinnabons. One of the, well, not licking, but kissing, I guess. Or hugging.
You got to lick it before you stick it. My bad, Takeshita. You do.
Children is listening to this show, Graham. That was nasty.
It was. I'm sorry.
Graham said he in
the
Ziggler
brother.
Trying
to impress your sister.
You said Ziggler brother.
Ziggler brother. Hey, he beat this man in like a minute and 22 seconds.
Beat his ass.
Beat that nigga. What they said. Oh, LaMelo.
Hey,
LaMelo. What's happening? Salute. Ken says, Keeks, does Takeshita have the second best hair in the game?
No, it's the third.
Well, wait, who got the... Talk to me. Give it to me. What's the list?
Tanahashi,
Yes.
Kiera Hogan, Takeshita, and Bianca. Number 4.
I'm gonna keep my
nobody
thoughts to
can
myself
beat
about Kiera Hogan.
Mary J. Tanahashi. You can't beat Mary J. Tanahashi.
Mary J. Tanahashi
does his hair for every you'll think he'll come out there with a damn flip and then you in the mid wrestling he'll end up having a braid
Yo, call my man's No More Pain.
That's what he did on Forbidden Door. He had the No More Pain flip.
He for sure had the No More Pain. I was like, okay, look at this man.
No more pain.
Tanahashi and his dancery.
That's what he had. He had the flip.
He had the flip. Oh.
I'm back.
I just came to drop off the mail. I live next door.
He's just a great guy. I'm sorry.
See, I leave for 20 minutes. Look what happens.
Nah, I was just dropping the mail off. Like it had y'all name on it and y'all address. They accidentally. Okay.
The Wi-Fi is working. Drip, the Wi-Fi. We have to get the Wi-Fi fixed.
Okay. I think my job is done. I'll just leave you the invoice. It's all good.
It wasn't me. Oh my God. It wasn't me, Drip. I had to get the cable, the Wi-Fi fixed. They not you, Drip. Oh my God, why are you acting like that? You know they not you.
Yo, we was just praying. It's crazy. I'm turning my
We
mic
had
off.
Bible study. Oh my God. It was Bible study.
What's the next segment? Where are we at right now? What's the next segment?
The main event on Rampage. We on Rampage now.
So did we just skip over Madison Rain and Layla Gray?
No, we did
because you just talked about Takeshita and.
Okay, I'm sorry. Y'all want to do everything by the book. My bad. I had it right after this, but I'll go ahead and switch it. We could go back to women business. I'll mind mine.
Women business because Jay did come out. We had Madison Rain, and Madison Rain is part of the staff now. She's part of the talent relations for the women division. So she had her debut match against Layla Gray. That was actually a good match. Layla Gray actually did wonderful in that match. She did really good. So she should get signed pretty soon and be part of the women's division, either here or ROH. But she did really, really good. Then after the match ended, of course, Jade Cargill came out and challenged Miss Rain for the match. And of course, we'll see how it goes. And it's like I've said before with Jade Cargill, it's just certain spots that she overthinks on because she still hasn't got out the basketball mentality. She's used to doing certain things a certain way, like remembering the play. And I think she does that with wrestling, and then sometimes it's a hit and miss for her, but she's getting there. What you think, work husband?
I think we should just move to the next segment. We just go through all these segments a lot quicker, and it'd probably be best. So.
Y'all, he's breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart, Drip.
Oh, it was an all right match. Again, like you just said. I mean, Layla Gray. I think that's probably a star they might have a year from now. Again, maybe sort of like how they had. Again, we see now that the Ricky Starks, the Hobbs, Chris Sanders, these people who 2 years ago, were like, oh, I wonder what they'll be like a year or two from now. And I think she might be that for the women's division, kind of like how Anna Jay is now, especially that she has the JAS revamp and Ty Conti was already kind of solidified in NXT in a way, so people knew what to expect when she came over. But this heel Ty Conti, with Guerrero is a little bit different.
She can sell her ass off. I can say that.
But Layla Gray could be, or similar to like a Bunny or a Penelope Ford if she comes back soon. These women who are decent, and if put in the right situations, can actually kind of have good matches is the thing.
Mm.
Because I was thinking about that Anna Jay, Ty Conti, Penelope Ford, and the Bunny feud. It was they had that good tag match. Not everyone. I enjoyed it. The women,
Right.
extreme women's business. And Layla Gray, like if she joins the Baddies full time, and is like their ROH representative, because we'll get into Battle of the Belts, and they're already kind of building up ROH with Claudio, but yeah, it was solid.
Hey, not Ken. I don't know. He's not playing with me at all tonight. Jared, I gotta sing you back?
So next up we have the main event. I don't know why this wasn't a tag title match. I don't get it, because they had to say it on commentary like this wasn't for the titles, and I'm like, are you just wasting our time? Like,
well, it's just because the Kevin Gates thing, and then
no, but it's like Josh Woods attacked Keith Lee and then held the title. Like, you could have just made this an impromptu, like they're having an open challenge, sort of ish. Now it's a title match. I mean,
this was one of them things he just, I guess, threw in there. It was a good match though. Swerve and Tony Nese has great history together, so they always have good in-ring chemistry with one another because they know basically each other's moves. So they perform very well. I like seeing them too. Keith Lee did really good.
Josh Woods is good. I haven't really seen as much of Josh Woods, but I like his style.
Yeah, me too. I was about to say that.
I think him and Keith Lee in a one-on-one match would have been kind of a more interesting thing. I think they rushed let's get these guys in a tag match, because again, it was Swerve versus Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling. Then Josh Woods attacked Keith Lee. It's like he could have. We had, I guess, again, WWE booking of now these guys have to face, and then we get the tag match after the two guys face one-on-one, then the other two guys face each other one-on-one. But each guy kind of had their moments. The match as a whole didn't work for me, but each guy had standout moments.
Yeah, I think it's just more like pushing them because we got to get ready for All Out. So
yeah,
I guess just to get them more matches in until they pick a necessary opponents, which I feel like it will end up being the Acclaim, which will be.
But then who's the heels? I know that really doesn't matter too much now. I'm just saying, but like, are we gonna boo? I mean, some of us might boo Swerve, but are we gonna boo Swerve and Keith Lee? Or
it's either the Acclaim or FTR for All Out.
Fuck.
Now you know who that match is gonna be. It ain't finna be the Acclaimed.
It's either them two.
I'm trying to think like that's the thing, for as deep as their tag division is, it's also like a lot of their tag teams are like guys or groups that like you are stepping stones, like the Varsity Blondes, the Dark Order. Unfortunately, Private Party.
Yeah.
But and they lost.
The only two that make sense right now.
No, it's like and the Gun Club too, which is kind of why the Acclaimed are now B pieces. Like that was pairing those four together was purely just to set up the Acclaimed as baby faces, which again, I wasn't here, but the dumpster match I didn't think it was good until Max Caster jumped off the stage. And salute to him for even doing that, because I didn't think he would ever do something like that. But
you ain't been watching him.
I just think that for a guy like him to do a spot like that is like, sheesh. Like, okay, you're like, you really want to show like you got it. Like no, it's a real like, all right, you're proving me wrong. Like, because he's a big guy, like jumping off the
he's
stage
more
onto
of a ground person, you think?
That's what I mean. Well, he's supposed to be like the powerhouse of the team. Anthony, like Anthony Bones is also like, that's why their team, I guess, doesn't always make sense.
The powerhouse of Anthony Bowens.
That's why I mean their team doesn't make sense, but it works because they're both like powerhouse, agile guys in that way. But the Acclaim versus Limitless Swerve wouldn't be a bad match, but again, it is going to be a fucking,
because they're Swerve and what's the name is rappers, so I can see that, and then I can also see it being FTR or in versus Swerve and Our Glory. I could see either one.
damn it, FTR.
My vote's for white privilege.
But we'll move on to Battle of the Belts. Just came over Battle of the Belts. It came on Saturday. The first match, it was Wardlow versus Lethal. Of course, Wardlow have retained the title, the TNT title. Also, you had Thunder Rosa versus.
Hey, wait, we're just gonna skip over the match, like
Yes, it's Battle of Listen, we did Dynamite, Rampage, Battle of the Belts because I still gotta get to the shit that I gotta say.
Hang on, wait. See, I come back and this is why I'm getting the fuck out of here. I can tell you that much.
Y'all, he's breaking my. He's breaking.
No, yeah.
I need some love.
Oh!
Graham, play the other one. If we.
Aren't you a Wardlow stan? Don't you gotta,
I can't say what I want to say. You're gonna divorce me.
Somewhere to climb.
Oh,
It's warm long as you.
hey, yo, stop.
As long as you around, Drip.
Unfortunately, I didn't think this match was as good as Orange Cassidy Wardlow in terms of like showing that Wardlow can hang with guys that are technicians and agile. Also, they played up like, is he gonna powerbomb Satnam Singh? Which I'm like, or are they gonna do like when Goldberg jackhammered the 7'2" guy in the Ravens flock? Again, they're doing the right thing by still building up Wardlow. Again, he probably won't be dropping this title for the rest of the year for sure.
Probably so.
Or whenever MJF comes back, which would be never? Question mark?
I don't think he's coming back. We
You know what's funny?
We moved on from Scarf Boy.
No, you know what's funny is like I watch MJF show up at the fucking on Wednesday Night Dynamite when I'm in the building, and my dad will be like, "Oh, bravo!" like
y'all, Drew
like he'll attack like
the show.
we'll cover that at the end of the episode. But I mean, like when John Moxley retains over Chris Jericho and like he shows up and MJF shows up and attacks Moxley and picks up the title, I just feel like that's gonna fucking happen. Because let's not forget,
you think so?
I had a feeling because there had been 2 years in a row for WWE though where they like people have made their returns in Minnesota. Sasha Banks last year when she returned and then betrayed Bianca at the end of the show, and then Brock Lesnar showed up a couple months ago after being gone since WrestleMania. For some reason, people just return in Minnesota, which I don't know why.
That's interesting.
That would be and they're really playing up this whole like MJF hasn't talked to anyone. He's not talking to us. No one's heard
They're
anything.
doing
from
really
him.
good at that. You know what? Now I'm thinking about that. That's crazy.
Because it's like, who's he gonna? I think the last week when I was on for like those 15 minutes, I asked you who were they gonna have Moxley face for All Out? Because right now it's like I think I'd say like it should be Orange Cassidy, but it won't work. It should be Andrade, but they won't do it because he's stuck taking care of his father-in-law. And it's like who else could it be? Unfortunately, I mean like Pentagon and Phoenix, like you don't want to rush that, especially because they're baby faces. They're in a spot where they really just can't do it right now unless like
they try to be heels, but people love them too much. It's crazy.
But now that's thing. See if MJF shows up because they do Arthur Ashe right after All Out. Let's
if MJF show up,
he
Drip said it first.
But no, I'm saying like let's say MJF beats John Moxley at All Out. He shows up at Arthur Ashe as like the the homecoming king with the title. And that's probably when CM Punk's like, my foot's good to go, And they start that feud again for the title.
I don't want to see that. I want to see CM Punk versus Moxley so Moxley can beat the shit out of him. Or I would not mind Jericho versus CM Punk so Jericho can sign him.
Because we've never seen that before.
We can see it again. And
we saw it literally 10 years ago.
We can see it again. I want to see Jericho son him again on the mic. What he said?
CM Punk said he was dancing with the stars. Come on,
boy. That's what he said.
Yeah. Chris Jericho likes saying that version of boy. I bet.
No, he don't say. Drip, don't start. He don't say that. He only said that to
What just happened?
I don't know.
But Thunder Rosa, Jamie Hayter, that again, let's make Jamie Hayter champ. That's what I took away from that match.
All men should stay out of women business because that's women business.
That was next up Thunder Rosa versus Jamie Hayter for the women's AEW Women's Championship match, which was a good match too. Like I said, her mental, she was there. Thunder Rosa was there mentally, because she can wrestle somebody that is on her level. So she was able to deliver. Jamie Hayter did amazing. I love Jamie Hayter. Like I've liked her since she got here the first time.
Yeah, I never knew her until she got there, and every time I've seen her, I've been a fan. Just been like every time, like, oh, wait, like she never really like has a bad performance in ring. Like she always delivers. Like, and she's just power and strength, and like, you know, her and Toni Storm have good chemistry, and then her and Thunder Rosa had, you know, good chemistry in the tag match and the singles match. So that's why I'm like, it makes sense to do the fatal 4-way between her, Britt Baker, Storm, and Thunder Rosa, unless because like who will Thunder Rosa face next for All Out? And we're almost getting there. It's at the end of the month.
Well, looking at that bracket, the only ones that was still there was Krista Stallion, Athena is on there, Britt Baker is on there, and Toni Storm.
But again, you're saying that they're holding off on.
They holding on Krista Stallion.
On Chris because obviously Jade's going to retain.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, but then and Athena's really the one who's like, all right, what do we do again? And she's become a byproduct of the AEW. You show up, get a hot debut, and then you cool right off. Right. I know she had a match on Dark tonight, but it's like what she's been doing the last couple of weeks since the Baddies thing started. Mm-hmm. She'll probably that's something that they'll probably reheat in time to face Thunder Rosa. And that, again, that'd probably be a good match with Thunder Rosa and Athena. Yeah,
because she cut a promo talking about I will go for the TNT TBS title. You go for the AEW title, and Krista Stallion looked at her like, "Girl, how you gonna tell me what I need to do?" Like, who is you? You just got here. How you gonna tell me what I need to do? Because she looked at her like, "Oh, okay, girl, you just got here. How you gonna tell me?" Okay.
No, but that's that. Oh, God, they basically were just running the Swerve Keith Lee thing. Like, we're gonna be singles guys. We're going to be a tag team. It's just the same booking that Tony Khan and
now with the Keith Lee, because I've heard that it was health related because he can't be in the ring by himself for a long period of time. So he prefers the tag right now because when he caught COVID and the other stuff, it kind of does still kind of mess with him. So I kind of see why they put him in the tag division for now.
No, I mean that the whole time they were setting up again, like. That's why them winning the titles was a true shock to me that night. But I think also the Matt Jackson thing, they were that happened mid-match, and they were like, oh, shit. If Matt Jackson can't go going forward, let's just change the titles now.
Because the GOAT is coming back.
No, I just mean like Keith Lee and sort of like they had built up like these guys can't trust each other after sort of eliminated him. We're just reacting the last 2 weeks, but don't forget he had the title, right? And then was going to like hit Keith Lee, but then didn't. And like that. Too often AEW does the whole, we're going to team up and then I can't trust you like 3 weeks later or 6 months later. It's the whole like Lee Moriarty with Matt Sydal. And then, you know, it's always like some point enough is enough. They like to do like the double cross or the backstab or the betrayal every feud basically.
But that's what fans like. Just like fans are rooting for a fucking old dude to turn on as Shantice called him headband. Y'all like crosses. Y'all do. I see it all the time on the timeline. Everybody waiting on Bianca husband to turn on.
I don't want that to happen. I said Montez could be a single star, but I don't want him to.
Just like people like to turn on other folks. We just didn't think that Hobbs would turn on Ricky Starks like that. That was the shocker to me.
No, that made sense because unfortunately, like Powerhouse Hobbs as the babyface guy would just be like how people were shitting on Big E. Were like, he's just a big strong guy who, yeah, it's like, but Hobbs as like the big strong guy who's like talking shit to you is 10 times better. Whereas Ricky Starks can be the babyface, but the main event of Battle of the Belts is, for what I've told you about, for basically since the inception of this show, is what AEW should be, even though it's an ROH title match. But like matches like this is what makes AEW, because you have Claudio, and then you have a young star in Takeshita, who, again, I remember when he showed up last year where they just talked about like Kenny Omega's protege was coming over, but I didn't pay attention to him at all because I'm like, well, I'm not going to watch Dark or Dark Elevation. I think it was just Dark at that time. Then and they put him on, again, TNT this year, and he's had match of the night every card he's been on. I mean, him and Moxley had a great match. Him and Hangman Page. And like I said, I think he's one of these guys going forward that they should fully invest in. He's just on his excursion right now.
Well, he's still on contract for.
No, so I mean, this is like with DDT, so he'll be in the States, I think, for a few more months and then head back. But if they were, but they also have this relationship with DDT to share talent, and all that. But if they were to fully invest in Takeshita going forward, just now that he's been established and has these matches and has resonated with the crowd by, hanging with the top stars of their company, and then maybe even one day playing up the Kenny Omega-ness of his story with being trained by him and all that, or at least, in some aspect. But
put that comment up. Who is Latrell? What that say? Boy, if you don't get up, you are going to get kicked out the fucking kickers game.
That's not a compliment?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I think the truth of words he might say.
Mama.
But and this match showed what we saw. I mean, for over a decade when he was on the main roster, that Cesaro, Claudio, whatever you want to call him, goes. That's it. And again, I think Graham, were you the one saying outside the ropes, it ain't it?
It's not.
He can't talk.
It's true, but it don't fucking matter. Like, it doesn't matter. He wrestles. He's a wrestler.
But it do matter when you give him a microphone.
No, it don't. It only listen. I want to say this because I've been wanting to say this. All this promo storytelling that y'all be wanting over here, it's not gonna happen, okay?
No, you ain't doing this shit to me when I said Daniel Garcia can't talk. He can. I'm like, he can.
He can wrestle. That's all that matters.
I just made this argument.
Listen, y'all need to understand this. This is what y'all need to understand.
Who's got better bars, Graham?
What the AEW fans want, not y'all. What AEW fans want, that's what they're doing. If AEW fans don't care, y'all look at my mom right here. If AEW fans do not care about Daniel Garcia's top game, then they just don't care as long as he wrestles. What y'all want and what AEW fans want, what AEW fans want matters. What y'all want don't matter. There.
Oh, she's so aggressive, y'all.
I'm just saying.
Lord, hi.
I'm just saying, y'all know.
I'm an AEW fan too, though. So, like, what I want don't matter.
What y'all want don't matter. Like, if none of them is, I'm talking.
No, but the guy who was talking. Why do y'all got on shades in the house? That's what I just don't understand. Oh, I'm sorry. Daniel Garcia ain't gotta do none of Daniel Garcia, if you listen to the show, you ain't gotta do none of that. Don't listen to what people say. You ain't gotta do none of that. All he gotta do is wrestle, and that's what he's doing. He ain't gotta do. If you want to do all of that, you go to Connecticut. But we ain't in Connecticut, is we? No.
Mama Keeks, you don't remember me?
Okay? Y'all be wanting certain stuff that WWE be doing and AEW. That don't work. Y'all don't know how to differentiate the two. Y'all want AEW to be the alternative? Let them be the alternative. Let them do what they do. They not the promoters. They not the promo people. They not the storytelling people. They storytell sometimes, not all the time. Y'all keep saying they like a big indie field. Let them be the big indie field and let these people be the entertainment field. Y'all need to learn how to differentiate the two. That's y'all problem because y'all don't know how to do it.
That's when the blessings come in. Blessings come.
Period.
Anybody else got something to say in the comments? I'm just saying, that's y'all gotta learn how to differentiate the two. I'm
No
sorry.
one said that in the comments. Graham and I started that because I said Claudio again. He was.
Claudio,
only ever
I
gonna,
know Claudio ain't a good promo, but he can wrestle. That's all that
no,
matters.
that's what I'm saying. Like, he was only ever going to go so far because, again, him as a talker, it's not it, and that's why it was smart to pair him up with Sheamus for a period of time because he needed Sheamus more than Sheamus needed him, even though Sheamus was the one that needed to be in a tag team for his health, basically kind of what Keith Lee is in terms of like to alleviate some of the stress of having to work singles matches. But and then we saw once the bar broke up, Cesaro was back to being generic. I'm going to have match of the night guy, and him and Seth Rollins had that feud again at WrestleMania. It was like, is this going to make this guy? He got the title match with Roman Reigns. It's like, all right, he's finally going to be the main event player, and he went right back to reality. And it's been the thing over the course of his career where, you know, he had great matches with Roman Reigns early on when Roman Reigns was trying to be solidified as the guy. He had great matches with John Cena, everyone, you name it. Now he's coming to AEW, and he's only really had a few so far, but this is obviously his best match to date, and which is why I still haven't watched the ROH pay-per-view, but I'm aware of the situation that was with him and Gresham, but him and Takeshita, again, it was what wrestling is with, you know, let's throw some forearms, let's throw some uppercuts, let's, you know, get up, fire up, throw a clothesline, fall back down, get up, fire up, and then throw another clothesline. It was, you know, like video game wrestling, but also that pure wrestling. It was, you know, at the end of the day, it was just a great fucking match is what it was. And he made a star, and he showed why he probably should be ROH champ for a long time. And unless Bandito or Dragon Lee show up, but otherwise no one's going to be able to carry that title in that company with given the Gresham thing going forward. And whether they get a TV deal coming up or Rampage turns into Friday night ROH, whatever, but Claudio as ROH champ was the move to make, and we saw it with this match. And what he'll be able to do going forward with, again, whoever else leaves the AEW roster to go to the ROH, because then I think they just signed Blake Christian to be an ROH wrestler and still cross over to AEW at times. And he's a guy who will have probably great matches with.
Hold on, y'all. Claudio. And then she tried to sneak out like we didn't see her.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
She tried to sneak. She gonna bend down and try to sneak over like we didn't see. No, everybody can see you. Okay. Everybody said we see you. I'm sorry. I agree, Drip, though. I'm sorry. I agree.
And again, with him not being a good talker, that's why they paired him with the Black Bull Combat Club. Like, it gives him an identity. He's a guy who struggled to have an identity besides being a Swiss great wrestler. Like, his identities, he's in this, you know, club of guys who are going to beat the shit out of you and, like, break your arms.
Right. Listen, I've never really been a huge, they have to cut this promo so I can feel it type person. I've always been I want to see what they do in the ring. Mm-hmm.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, she'll be your new co-host going forward because, like I said, this is my last time I'll be on. So.
Oh my God. I don't, Mama.
Tell her.
Droops, he swear to God that I was cheating on him with different people on this show, and that's not true.
I need some love.
Oh, she got a pretty voice. Who is that?
Mama, stop. Mama, move. I'm trying to finish the show. You the shit.
No, I'll leave right now. She'll finish the show with you.
Drip, don't leave. Don't leave, Drip.
Come back, you know. You what else you need? Oh, my bad, I'm out.
He's leaving.
He swears.
See, I'm not even gone 10 seconds and look at that. See, just
Tommy, don't leave.
Tommy.
Yeah, that's Tommy
from Power.
Yeah.
Not the
Tommy,
first
don't
person to call
leave.
me that. Not the
So
first
I'm
person
his
to call me
teacher.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, Tommy, don't leave. Don't leave. Drip, 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 drip.
All right, Mom. That's
Okay.
enough. All right. That's enough. That was enough Mama Key segment, you guys. So, Drip, who is your wrestler of the week?
My Halloween costume for this year, Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy keeping kayfabe alive, everybody.
Again, best
He's the
best
best.
character in wrestling. Again,
Best
you saw it at the
character.
Comic-Con panels with him, Britt Baker, Jade Cargill, Darby Allin, and CM Punk. Like, he just sits there and is like, and when the bell rings, he might be top 3 wrestler of the year for me so far.
Oh yeah.
Even though he's kind of had a off and on year just in terms of inactivity because he had the injury.
Yeah.
But like I said, once he came back, because he was kind of cooking before the Revolution ladder match. He got injured during that match. Like I said, obviously the match of the year contender with Ospreay and him and Jay Lethal was a good match, and him selling the leg and how he couldn't punch with it. I mean, again, I was a fan once he showed up at the Casino Battle Royale, and I've been a fan since because I really didn't know him on the Indies. I think I might have heard his name, but didn't really know what it was.
Right.
Yeah,
and I think he got more popular after the match that he had at the against Kenny Omega and Pac.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think early on he's one of the kind of like the second team all pillar for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, oh, really? Like he's a guy. He's the guy that they should invest in. But he's kind of like, not that mid-30s is old, but he was older than I thought he would be.
Yeah.
Because he was on the Indies in Chikara and all that. I'm like, oh, like this guy's like 30-something years old. Like I didn't know that. I thought he'd be 27, 28.
And he's been wrestling like 15 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like him and Pac at Revolution, that was my match of 2020. Then him and versus Pac versus Kenny Omega at Double or Nothing in that triple threat match was good. And they were selling him versus Kenny Omega pretty well in that build-up. Them versus each other 1-on-1 would have been bad. And like I said, I think if I had it my way, him Moxley for the title at All Out would make sense. Especially, like I said, it was supposed to be him Moxley in the title eliminator tournament until Moxley stepped away to take some time off and go to rehab and get right. And then Orange Cassidy faced Miro. There's a story to tell there. They had that great interaction. It was the start of 2020. Yeah, when Orange Cassidy got in the ring and then John Moxley put his hands in his pockets and just like did the Stone Cold Steve Austin face type thing to Orange Cassidy. It was like one of my favorite segments of 2020, but he's my wrestler of the week.
No, that time when Orange Cassidy yelled at Chris the Stallion to get her.
That is a great segment.
Everybody was just like, "Oh my god!"
When he breaks character, breaks the
right. He meant that.
He did the whole like, get your ass in there, ring. Get in there. Don't you want this? Go.
I was like, yes, sir. I'm about to get in the ring too. I was like, okay. I never seen him like that, so that was a pretty cool moment. My wrestler of the week, I was bullied. Y'all told me not to make Jericho the wrestler of the week again. I was
no, don't let them bully you. This is your show.
They bullied me. They said don't.
Arm drag.
See, this is me trying to be a supportive husband. No, stand by your shit. Come on.
So
Who's your wrestler of the week?
My wrestler of the week is Thunder Rosa.
No. Nope. Say it. Nope.
It's Thunder Rosa because Thunder Rosa didn't wrestle with the chip on her shoulder this week. And she wrestled twice. Battle of the Belts was, I believe it was taped. So she did the tag match and she also did the match with Jamie. She did really well. She proves to y'all that she is worthy of a good champion. It's just, like I said with Graham, she doesn't have time to be teaching nobody. Like, you either got it or you don't, and I ain't got time for that. That's just where she is right now. Whether you hate it or love it, it's some people that's just like that, and she's one of those. So it is what it is, but she's my wrestler of the week this week. It might be Jericho next week.
No, it's no. Who's your wrestler of the week? Come on.
It is Thunder Rosa.
Don't let them bully you. Come on, this is your show. What's the name of the show?
My wrestler of the week is Jericho.
Hold one, arm drag. Hold two, arm bar.
Armbar.
I yelled. I was laughing like a kid. I thought that was the funniest thing. I was
Jericho.
Jericho is my wrestler of the week.
When he comes out, I'm gonna throw shit at him like fucking.
You gotta yell and scream for me, like I be doing. You gotta cry. You gotta cry like a CM Punk cry guy. You gotta sing the song at least. You gonna sing the song?
Fuck no.
Somewhere to climb.
I
It's
mean,
warm long as you
hey, yo,
I ain't one of them crackers.
Drip. You gotta. What have I become? They gotta say it with everybody. They've been singing it for 2 years. You have to sing it too.
No. I'll sing if they play Break the Walls Down.
Oh my God, I'll lose it if he come out with that. He said he has something special to come out to, so I will lose it if he come out with that. I'll lose my mind. Okay, so enough of the wrestler of the week. Let's get on the goofy of the week. This week, goofy of the week, it was been highly requested in my DMs and my emails is FTR.
Fuck the revival. Cut.
That's the only time I'll ever agree with Cody Rhodes.
The only time.
And maybe, never mind.
I already know what you're going to say.
Yeah, yeah.
I already know what you're going to say. FTR was highly recommended this week to be Goofy of the Week. I didn't choose it. The fans chose it. I call them my Keekers. All my supporters are called Keekers. So the Keekers have requested FTR be Goofy of the Week. It has nothing to do with Dax going off on Dave Meltzer. It had a lot to do with him actually supporting fucking the scum of all scums, Cornette. What had happened was supposedly there's a rumor circling around that Young Bucks did not want to drop to FTR. I don't know. Now correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But supposedly Cornette mentioned it or hinted or something like that, and Dax agreed to it and also said positive things about Cornette. Now, it's been a divide in the AEW fandom between FTR and that since that came out. Now, we do know that Cornette is a Kenny Omega hater. He said some racial things towards Lucha Brothers. He said some things towards...
He said racial things the last 50 years.
Yeah, he been saying a lot of shit, so it was very disappointing to a lot of people that people like Dax would back up Cornette or...
Why is it a surprise? Look what these guys stand for. Old school wrestling. You know, we just grab a hold and we just punch the shit out of you. You know, we're going to fucking wrestle with our mustaches and our fucking...
Yeah. It's been a division. So that's why FTR is the Goofy of the Week, because it's been recommended because they are, as people say, dick riding Cornette. Cornette has seen
everyone on the internet dick rides someone.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
And they don't like them dick riding Cornette when several people do not like them, especially in AEW, especially because he continuously disrespect Kenny Omega for no reason and say certain things about him and his sexuality and things like that. He has said things towards Lucha Brothers and what they do that I ain't like as well. And he said something towards Jay Cargill that I ain't like as well.
He said something about a lot of people that I don't like, and you know, especially towards black women. So I understand why people didn't like that Dax was so adamant about what Cornette does and respect him and love him, blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, he went off on Dave Meltzer. But I don't care for Dave Meltzer. He has me blocked because I said, I had said, all you got to do is take a day to clean your room and it'll be clean. That's all I said. And
Hey,
I
leave my uncle alone, all right? Leave my uncle alone.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Graham, could you join us for a minute? Because... All right, so here's the thing.
I feel like I've been summoned.
No, because here's the thing. Because I think, for as long as people have known me, have not been the biggest fan of FTR or the Revival as they were known.
Okay.
I always thought they were boring, overrated. I thought they were carried in NXT by American Alpha, DIY. And then when they got to the main roster, what happened? They got injured. And can you remember a single title win of those? Again, they held each brand's titles. When did they win them? What was the fucking match? What was the show? Like, forget it.
I do not remember. The only thing that I remember really about their main roster run was when they had the feud with... Was it when they was feuding with the Usos and they did like the ass cream or some shit?
The shaving thing, yeah.
Yeah, the shaving cream or whatever.
Or
and then
Raw 25, right? When they show up in the clique,
they did that.
Beats them up.
So there's that, the clique thing, and then there's the FTR KO. They had the SmackDown titles when they were kicking it with Randy Orton. And that's those are the three things that I remember about their WWE run. Main roster run, rather. The NXT run was fire.
So, and the only thing that I could enjoy from them during this period was the Cody Rhodes clip because I was watching BT at that time. And when Cody Rhodes would just say, fuck the Revival every time, it's like, yeah, like, I know he's a fan, but like, no, like, these guys ain't these guys. And they would, no flips, just fists. They show up in AEW in their stupid low fucking truck and their fucking shit kicking boots and their Roadhouse denim. And it's like, ooh, these guys showed up. And they had that fucking press conference or contract saying like, we're going to implement like like you got to hold the tag rope in our matches. You got to fucking obey the ref when he tells you the rules. It's like, oh my God, these fucking guys show up. They win the titles just because they want to kickstart Hangman Page versus Kenny Omega as a singles feud. They dropped them through the Bucks immediately. And how they lost at Full Gear in 2020. Fucking Cash Wheeler does a 450.
Yep.
Misses.
They went against their own creed.
That's what I don't respect. And I'll never respect them for that.
Well, that was part of the story.
Because I had quote tweeted. No. Exactly. And I had quote tweeted Cash Wheeler saying like, I'll never do that again. And I said like, fuck out of here, you boring bitch. And he liked the tweet. So apparently it's on site if Cash Wheeler ever sees me, but you know what?
Sean, don't post that on here. Oh my God.
But no, that's why like these guys, again, with their whole like, we were set up no flips and the one time we do a flip. Oh, duh. Well, you know what? That's why we never do flips, because we'll lose the match. And what did they do the entire time after that? They were fucking nothing in the Pinnacle. And then all of a sudden, the crowd starts to rah-rah behind them just because they have the AAA tag titles. And then they start to go on a mini run. They basically just left MJF without making a big deal out of it. It was right before Mania when they did that.
Yeah.
That kind of got lost in the shuffle. And then they went on this run. They win this title. They win that title. We are 7. Like, no. Because everyone was scared that you guys might walk away, they're trying to keep you in the good graces. You might be the tag champs over here. Again, there's a reason you're not the tag champs on the main roster, because ain't no one fucking with you. You guys aren't good.
My only grip is they keep acting like Like y'all got all the titles and y'all acting like that it's not enough. That's my only girl. I'm like they keep making posts as if like y'all.
Oh, how long have we been the number one contenders?
I'm like, y'all got all the belts. We know. Lucha Brothers, get it back in blood. That's all I gotta say.
How about you trade them belts in, maybe? Because and they're doing this with like a Brock Lesnar type schedule. Like, I don't see you flying back to Japan every 2 weeks to defend those titles. You're doing the thing now. You're just collecting the belts to say you got them.
Lucha Brothers, get it back in blood.
Get it back in blood. My thing with FTR is I don't think FTR is them dudes like that. But what I think is I think they are currently on their Lil Wayne, best rapper alive since the best rapper retired, T.I., I'm the king of the South run. And what I mean by that, what I mean by that is I do respect what they've been doing, though, because they started claiming that they were the best tag team in the world, in my opinion, before they were in the conversation.
Yeah.
So they've gone the last 2 years or however long, you know what I'm saying, on a journey to prove that they are the best or one of the best tag teams in the world. And I think now they're at a point where they're in that conversation, but I don't believe that for the entire time that they've been together, they've been in that conversation. No, I don't believe when they started claiming this that they were in that conversation, but I do think there is something to speaking things into existence and trying to manifest things. So I do think that they have, in a sense, manifested this moment. Yeah. However, I don't think they're them guys.
Contracts manifested that moment.
Okay, so where do y'all rank FTR as far as like the current tag team? Like,
as far as
where do y'all rank?
Oh, all promotions? Or I thought we were just okay. I was gonna say just AEW.
All in general. Where do y'all rank FTR? Like,
I could give them top 10.
What number?
9.
What's your number, Drew? They're
not. I'm not putting them on any list. I ain't fucking
like
with them.
I'm talking about not all the time. I'm just saying like currently.
I don't want to watch. I don't like these guys. I've never liked these guys.
You know
AEW at all?
In AEW, there's the Lucha Bros. There was Santana and Ortiz.
Yes.
Fucking Red Dragon. The Young Bucks can be very hit or miss in AEW. Pre-AEW,
I don't know if the Young Bucks are necessarily hit or miss in AEW. I think the Young Bucks pick their spots. They pick their spots really well though, because they come in, they go crazy, and then they be like, okay, we're gonna put somebody over and let somebody else get some action and let y'all have a run. And then when we come back and we in the main event, we gonna prove to y'all once again. This is why we can do this whenever we want to do this, however we want to do this, and however we want to play it. That's how I feel like the Young Bucks.
That's when people are like, oh, it's the same routine that they do. Like, yeah, it sometimes it really works and sometimes it doesn't. And then in everywhere else, you got the Usos, obviously, you got Street Profits, New Day, and there's probably a better trio. I mean, the better tandem, whatever New Day you pick with, either it's Woods and Kofi, Woods and Big E, Kofi and Big E, whatever tandem you choose, all three work.
FTR, them dudes.
The FTR again. It's not because everyone will always go out and say they are better, and then have to prove it after the fact. It's the whole you got to show them. You tell them before you show them, and because that's just a life thing in general. But them, it was just like, again, like I said, like American Alpha kind of carried you guys. Then you went again. Like, do we forget that you faced Enzo and Cass in between American Alpha and DIY? No one talked about you making chicken shit. I mean, chicken shit with that one. I mean, or again, them on the main roster.
Not me. I ain't say it.
You know what it is? It's always the super technical wrestlers that work themselves into a shoot.
They're not even technical.
It's always those guys that the old school traditionalist ways of how wrestling should be. They work themselves into a shoot.
You as a technical wrestler, these guys I'm gonna hit you for clothesline, and then I'm gonna hit you for another clothesline. I'm gonna get you.
Did you not see them versus the Bite Boys? You ain't see them versus the Bite Boys?
Them versus Briscoe.
I think the Bite Boys is better than them.
They are exactly. I was just about to say, when they faced the Briscoes at in Dallas, the show that you attended in person, Keeks, I was falling asleep until the final 10 minutes of that match. I was like, because they were doing the same shit.
I was waiting on the Young Bucks.
They kept doing the same shit. We're like, I got you right here, Mark. I ain't gonna let you go. God damn it. Like, and then they had, Dax Harwood had to go and be a single star for no fucking reason. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But
Cash got hurt.
Cash had hurt himself a little bit. It wasn't like a major thing, but he like.
No, but they were like fully behind. Like, let's make Dax like. Oh my god, he was a single. He was a single star before before Cash Wheeler shot. Like, again, the whole you have this title, you have that title, you have that. It's the Kenny Omega thing. Like, should I be impressed with you holding all these belts? Yes and no. At least Kenny Omega was constantly defending them, and that's ultimately what was fucking breaking his body down even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Again, FTR just faced the Briscoes. When was the last time they went to Mexico? When are they going to Japan? I know that I think they just did the tapings recently, but it's like,
I know they said for October in Mexico,
yeah,
but I don't know about New Japan.
And I guess it's just based on how the promotions are booking them. And these days, if you want something like this, guys have multiple belts. It's like I said, the Kenny Omega thing. You're either going to go all out or you're just going to hold a belt, defend one here 1 month, one here the next month, the other that month.
I guess hold the belt until WrestleQueerdom.
I think AEW went out of their way to give them all this stuff in this spotlight, and then again failed to pull the trigger on them versus Young Bucks for all the gold. Whether that was Young Bucks allegedly not wanting to do the job, I ain't gonna trust what Jim Cornette says.
No, they didn't.
Even though I don't like Dave Meltzer as a hot taker or an opinionist, I respect him as a historian and as not so much as someone who would deliver news, but I respect him as a historian. But
yeah. Me too.
If he were to say this, I would trust it a little bit more in terms of the Young Bucks not wanting to do the job to FTR. That's why they dropped him in the Limitless Swerve. But even still, that was the match to make, and for the Bucks to not realize that's on them. I also don't think they're that selfish. I get you probably don't like these guys, given the whole. Again, this was something that was almost 5 years in the making.
From what I heard was Matt Jackson was like, we can still do the story. We don't have to be the tag, champions to still do the story because of the trios belt is coming out anyway.
But they already did, but they needed to do it this way as the rubber match because the first ever matchup was for the AEW titles and the Young Bucks won. Mm-hmm. They did the rematch right after Supercard of Honor when FTR defended the ROH titles and FTR won that one. So it's 1-1. And this one, all the gold on the line, the titles that the Young Bucks have held before, IWGP, ROH, AAA, and to be the reigning defending AEW champions.
They're not really tripping. That's why I like what Cornette says. Like, bro, we done had these titles before, so that's not really that ain't shit to us.
But it sells the story of like this could go. And again, if you want to hype it up as like this will be the greatest tag team match of all time between the two greatest tag teams of their era for the most prestigious tag titles in the world, like that sells. Like that's the cap up, like the cap off to the story. Like that's how you do it. Like what sucks about Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, even though the match was good, it's like you told the story perfectly in terms of WrestleMania, like. 1-on-1 for the third time at Mania, both titles on the line. You didn't have to do it again at SummerSlam, but they had a great match, so it didn't really matter that the build up to it was what it was. I guess you can't really have finale moments like that in wrestling is the unfortunate part. Yeah, but these guys being goofies, to me, they always happen. Like I said, I've never been a fan when they were shit talking Shawn Michaels because they said he didn't like them, and they're again big Bret Hart guys, but again, fuck Bret Hart. I ain't fucking with him. And again, Bret Hart, what's he do? Throw people under the bus whenever he gets a fucking chance to talk. Just like these guys will, like they were the ones say, like, yeah, they've been trying to keep us down here in AEW since we got here, but we're still rising to the top. God damn it! Like, no.
Yeah, man, that's the only thing I don't like. I'm like, all right, nobody's holding you back. Y'all got 3 fucking titles. Y'all got all the gold. Y'all got all of them. Nobody's holding y'all back.
No.
But
pay homage to the fucking, Mid-South, the Mid-Atlantic. Bobby Eaton, all the fucking guys from the 80s. If you want, I get it. You don't have abs. You don't do 630s. We get it, okay? Keith Lee doesn't have abs, and he's a fucking phenomenal wrestler. I mean,
Drew said, homie, this is our day.
Adam Cole is my height and build, and he puts on great matches. It's not always about the look. I know the one guy in charge who had to step away loved a guy with a look, a certain look, and you weren't his, cup of tea, but it's okay.
Right.
It's okay in this age in wrestling to look however. That's the thing now. The last 7 years have really taught us that more than anything.
I think y'all are getting worked. What are we getting worked about? No, because even if this Cornette thing isn't true, it's just for the last, again, year and a half, they've kind of gone on this tirade of, the contract. I think rumors are coming up, right? That they might be free agents after this year. I think so. Yeah.
And I was like, good riddance. Fuck. Like, just go away, please. Again, they had to get Tully Blanchard back, and then Tully Blanchard wasn't even managing them. They kicked him to the wasn't that what you wanted?
Yeah,
wasn't your whole we want to be managed by the fucking Four Horsemen? Oh my god. And then they play up again, and now they wanted Bret Hart to come out, and then God, it's never enough for these guys where they want to have it all, but it's are you worth it?
Yeah, man. FTR, I mean, I don't have an issue with FTR. When it comes to the Bucks, though, I love the Bucks. But I enjoy FTR as wrestlers, but it's just the whole it's still not enough thing that gets me, because I'm like, y'all got all the belts. What more do you want? But
it's
yeah,
they had to play catch up to the Bucks. The Bucks had to,
yeah.
And what do they have that the Bucks will never have? WWE tag titles. You already won. You have the same belts they've had, and the Bucks will never get WWE titles. You've won in terms of look at the accolades we have versus the accolades you have. It's over in the overall sense of rings versus rings.
I don't think so, because FTR is technical. And WWE is not technical at all, so it's
no, but they were tag champs in what is kind of known as the technical era of WWE. I mean, it was
nobody remembers though.
That's because it's them, is what I'm saying. But they won these titles. They're in the champs. They're in the time that Seth Rollins and AJ Styles and guys like that, Daniel Bryan, were champs. So it's still the technical era in a way. But it's again, it's being. See, this is what happens when Bret Hart's your OG. You're just bitter by default.
Bret Hart, if you ever tune in to this show, listen, bro. All your ops felt it, okay? Let it go.
Bret Hart got what he deserved. That's the end of the story.
Let it go, Bret Hart, okay? Vince is facing his. Trips faced his.
He won.
Listen, Trips always wanted that last match. He's never going to get it now because the heart situation. Trips got his. Rest in peace to, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, everybody that you did not like all face their karma. So it's time to let it go, bro. You gotta let it go. That's why he aged like that, because he ain't let it go. You gotta let it go. Breathe, be free, Bret Hart. Ride off into the sunset. I saw that he did a whole video somebody posted today of him. What he say? F Bill Goldberg. Okay, we get it.
Oh, we've never heard that before.
Yeah, I'm just oh, okay. We get it, bro. That's why he aging like that. He looked just as old as Ric Flair, and he younger than him.
No, I won't go that far. Actually, no. Bret Hart looks good for his age. I'm just saying. His career ended shorter than he probably thought it would, because
No, I'm gonna say he looked good for his age. He looked older.
No, he looks how he's supposed to look. But before we get out of here, because I think that was the last thing. But like you had said earlier, this Wednesday I will be attending my first AEW show. Quake at the Lake is what they're calling it, which is just terrible.
No, it's not. Oh my God, look at the bang. Y'all getting this on free TV.
No, it is terrible because Graham will know we're from California and we actually get earthquakes in fucking California. And now I'm in Minnesota. We don't get earthquakes. Like,
well, this is your earthquake. This is the quake by the lake.
You get to see Los
Ingobernables de
versus
AEW.
Lucha Brothers for free, bro. Like,
it's not for free. I'm paying $500 to take me and my dad.
Free TV. Y'all listen. I manifest this. I ain't got the Twitter yet. Y'all know I tweeted this.
Yeah, no, this is
I'm telling you, Tony Khan's like,
and here's the see when FTR comes out, I'll be booing the shit out of FTR. But my dad had said that Dax Harwood looked like he was in Judas Priest. He had said that when he was on BRP last December. So me and my dad will be facing FTR for the AAA, IWGP, and ROH tag titles at All Out.
I'm jealous because he get to see that live, and then he get to see my Jericho live, and he act like he don't want to sing the song.
But Darby Allin Brody,
it's like Wipe Me Down.
Brody King, Darby Allin
Judas
Brody King will be fired.
AEW Wipe Me Down.
And I get to see, even though I saw her in person somewhat, but Jade Cargill, I might have to hold my dad. At Wale Mania, from the balcony, and it was impressive then. But I might have to stop my dad from hopping the guardrail. Right. When she comes out. And then they'll be taping Rampage after, and they haven't announced anything for Rampage yet. So I'll be seeing.
We'll see it.
Rampage as well, hopefully.
So AEW card for Wednesday is going to be pretty live. Like Tony Khan said, it's a good thing that Triple H is over the creator because it keep him on his toes. So.
Nah, Triple H has got that man shook.
Huh?
Triple H has Tony Khan shook.
No, he don't. We just saw what happened Friday. So, no.
He brought back Io Shirai and Dakota Kai, two women that
and Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross isn't that bad.
Bro, that was not the right time to do that. But
you know what was and having Christian versus Matt Hardy was the right time to do that?
It's Christian.
It's Matt Hardy in 2022. He can't fucking walk.
It's Christian in 2020. Who cares about Matt Hardy? We was watching Christian.
That's not how it works.
That is how it works.
This is my final. This is my final show for real. Because I ain't coming back here. No.
Let me hold on. Do I have to sing to you? This house is not a home, Drew. This house is not a home. Hold on, pull up the lyrics. Hold on.
That'll be it.
Somewhere to climb. It's warm long as you were.
Hey, yo, stop.
Drip.
It was fun while it lasted. Yeah, I mean, what can I say?
Come back home. Look, till my baby's born. Till my baby is born. Drip, I'm pregnant.
Well, that ain't my baby. I know that.
Drip.
And I got this one. I made this woman a special custom-made hat in red. See, I went all out.
I still got it. I still
and you see
wear
what she
it.
did? No, I see what she does to me. Nah.
Graham said the show has to go on.
Yeah. But you could have said no. You could have stood by me and nope.
Graham, help me.
But like I said, I mean, you were the number one droplet. I don't even know if you're a droplet anymore. I mean, took that status away, so it's gotta,
I am heartbroken. What? Why? Because I had to go forward.
But yeah, no, thank you for inviting me back, Graham. Hopefully we can at least do business in the future.
Drew, my feelings. Drip, we had a good thing. Drip, we ate chicken wings together. We got drunk together. Oh my!
I was not drunk.
Oh, that was just me? Oh, okay. We was drinking.
I may have been.
We had chicken wings together.
I don't know why, but I was on one that weekend because I wasn't drunk, but I was like powering.
We
through.
watched WrestleMania together. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, we got to see, but those are now.
Cody come back. Oh my god.
Those are all just memories, and that's all life leaves you.
Together. That is a big thing. We ate chicken wings together.
Not anymore. We don't.
All elite we keep, guys. Thank you for sticking around. Dripped up me, y'all. I have to sign the papers, I guess. Thank y'all for tuning in. This house is not a home because Drip is not here. Bye, Graham. End it with a song for him.
I need some love.